Desperately needs to be cleaned out. Oh boy, I am ready for today. We need to declutter the house. We have a couple main areas that I want to focus on today, and that is my closet and Bennett's room. And I'm talking toys, clothes that I have put away and stored thinking I might save for him, but I no longer want to save for him because I have too many clothes. And everything else in his room, I need to go through every little drawer and see if there's anything that we can get rid of. I am super excited for this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but have been waiting for the day that we can actually accomplish it. And I think today's the day. And if we don't get it all done today, totally fine. We'll continue it tomorrow, but I do want to try and get most of it done today. I'm super excited. So let's see what we can get done. And I hope this is super satisfying for you guys as much as it's going to be for me. Okay, here is the closet. So it's not the worst, but it's definitely just filled with items that I don't wear anymore. And so why are we keeping them? I have some jackets, and then below are some pants. So let's see if we can get this down even more. Okay, so the way I'm gonna do this is have my clothes kind of organized into tank tops, t-shirts, long sleeves, then dresses, then jackets. So I think I'm just gonna take a couple sections at a time so there's not a huge pile of clothing on my bed. And I think that'll make it easier to go through. Okay, so I have a method of going through clothing that has helped me quickly decide if I want to keep an item or not. This method came from, I was packing for a vacation and I was so easily able to grab items that I loved. While I was on vacation, I was like, wow, I really love all these pieces that I have with me. It's so easy to get dressed every day. What if I took this method and I brought it to my closet at home and I looked through my wardrobe and said, okay, would I bring this piece of clothing on vacation? I got rid of a lot of clothing very quickly. I'm gonna use that method again. The way that you can compartmentalize it is thinking of a warm weather vacation or a cold weather vacation. Basically, when you're looking at your clothing item, you can say, would I pack this in my warm weather suitcase? Seems kind of silly, but when you think about it, you only ever pack your most favorite loved items when you're on vacation. Try it out. Let me know if this works for you like it did for me, because I was seriously able to get rid of an entire bag of clothing in like 20 minutes. So let's try that method again, see if it works just as well the second time round. Yeah, let me know if you guys try it. Leave a little comment, and I want to hear if it actually works for other people and it's not just me. would not take that on vacation, but you can't be perfect, right? This dress I purchased while I was traveling in India, and I've held on to it for many years now. It is incredibly soft, but I've never worn it. It's one of those sentimental items that's really hard to get rid of. So let's put this in our maybe pile for a little while. Make sure that we're not going to regret this decision. Off to a rough start. Oh, how I love dresses. These are really hard for me to get rid of. But for beautiful gowns like this, how often do you typically rewear them to an event? Not often. Maybe I will hold on to it until the end of wedding season. But I don't often find myself wearing this color. So this is gonna go in the maybe. This is gonna go in the maybe. I changed my mind. This is gonna go in the get rid of because I already have a similar one. This dress is nice, but the last time I wore it was a little bit uncomfortable. This I need to sell because it was a bridesmaid's dress that I wore recently and I'm not gonna wear it again. So let's get rid of that. I love this dress from Petal and Pup. Okay, these are really cute. I'm gonna make it a goal to try and style those. How cute is this for spring? Okay. Here are what we ended up with. So we have a little pile of maybes that I'm just going to save just to make sure I don't regret getting rid of them. We have a little pile of things that we're going to put away for the season. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum seal those and put them away. And then for our jackets, I recently went through them already, so I did pull out just a couple more that I ended up not wearing this season. So I'll be getting rid of those. I did recently go through my jeans and shorts that you saw earlier, so I don't need to go through those again. And next, we will be going through Bennett's room. So here's the after. We did get rid of stuff. Maybe a little bit more organized, but... And then here's our jackets now. Okay, we took a quick break to make a little electrolyte drink. Bennett is down for his nap, so I can't go into his room right now. So I was thinking, while we have a little bit of extra time, he also has this big toy basket that we keep downstairs. It also desperately needs to be cleaned out. So I think that's what we will do while he is asleep, and then hopefully we can get his room done once he wakes up.
When I'll be coming home, then I'll be at your door. When I'll be coming home, I plan to let you know the longing of my heart, the wish I carry high. Whenever we're apart, it takes me through the night. When I look deep into your eyes,
Okay, so this is the little basket of stuff that I'm going to be putting away that he's either outgrown or he just doesn't like to play with anymore. And then this will be the little bit of things that we keep downstairs for him to play with and use. And it looks a lot better than it did before, considering it was overflowing prior to this. Okay, we are on to the next day of decluttering. We are currently in my son's room and have a lot to do in here. We have a lot of clothing that we need to get rid of, a little bit of toys, some books, and a lot of just reorganization and kind of resetting of his drawers that we kind of originally set up before he was born. We also are going to do some basic cleaning in here as well. what the top drawer looks like now. We have diapers, wipes, some first aid items, a little bit of back stock of some items we like to keep, and other sort of hygiene. Then we have his clothing a little bit more organized, PJs, shirts, bottoms, and kind of like onesie outfits. After we do some laundry, this will be a little bit more full. This second drawer kind of just looks the same. This is just kind of like back stock for outfits that he needs to grow into. Oh, I just keep those separate until we're ready to use them. We have his blankets and sleep sacks organized now. We have burp cloths, socks. I have these little bibs. We've never worn them, but I got rid of a bunch of them, so I just kept a couple. His little swim outfits and bathing suits, some hats. And then this drawer is kind of just overflow storage for his crib, some towels, and some sheets. This is where the real chaos is. A little basket of all of his clothes that don't fit him anymore. I feel like there is probably more clothes hanging up that don't fit him either, unfortunately. This is our little toy basket. It's like our little overflow for anything that might not be age appropriate for him right now. And then we have like bath stuff, other nursing pillows, and DockATots that we don't use anymore that we're saving for next pregnancy. So this definitely could use some work. Now I'm gonna go through his closet and just pull anything that doesn't fit him anymore. So this is everything that we have saved so far. 9 months worth of baby clothing. And of course I do want to save some of these things with hopes of growing our families, but I do want to be a little bit more particular with what we end up keeping. At this point, I have just literally put everything that didn't fit him into these bags. So as I was getting things out of his drawers, there has been no sort of decluttering happening. Figured I would deal with it later, and now we're dealing with it. First, organize them, I think from 0 to 3 months, then we'll do 3 to 6 months, so on. Then once we have those piles, I'll kind of know how much of everything we have. And I think that'll help me be able to keep what we actually would need, not have so many of the same items. So first I'm just gonna take everything out of the bag and then start sectioning them into categories. A little bit emotional just looking at all of his little clothing items that I remember him wearing almost every day. We saved a few of his little diapers, it looks like, too. So he's getting so big, and in a few months his first birthday will be coming up, so a hard pill to swallow.
In the twilight's gentle flow, in the dance of fading light we grow. And all the warnings.
Okay, we are making progress here. So we have a few different piles. We're going to go through each pile and get rid of any items that we too many of. Basically just try to pick the most quality items out of everything in there. We have a very large pile of 0 to 3-month-olds, so I have a feeling we'll be getting rid of a lot of that. You definitely realize after a few months what you actually need and what you don't. And as a first-time parent, I feel like you just get so excited and obviously get gifted so many clothes and buy so many clothes, and you realize the first 3 months they literally are just wearing pajamas. We'll be getting rid of a lot of those. I think we're going to save that pile for last. That is our 3 to 6 month pile, so I think we'll start there. And then as he gets older, it definitely starts dwindling down. I have a little 6 to 9 month pile right here, and then obviously just a couple of items that are labeled 12 month, but they don't fit him anymore. And then that is the start of our get rid of pile. Let's keep going and see what we can declutter.
Now little by little, in the twilight's gentle flow, in the dance of fading light we grow. And all the warnings, when you wanna be loved by everyone, you get fooled by anyone so easily. I'm lost. You say you're tired, so am I. But without you, I'm lost. I'm lost. Yeah, we can walk on water while the boats are leaking. Soon the walls will be giving in. Anytime now, anytime now. Another shrug of the shoulders. I guess I'll be walking home in the rain. I lost you, but then you were mine again.
Okay, here is our little pile of donate. So probably like a bag's worth. 2 bags that we will be saving. We have 1 bag for 3 to 12 months, and then this is our 0 to 3 months. It's a bigger bag, but there are a lot of swaddles in there, and I like having a variety of swaddles because, you know, every baby's different, and one baby might like, another might not. So I'm just gonna keep a few options, which I'm fine with. And that'll go in that black case. That will be all the clothes that we are storing for now, and those will be shrunk down even more once I take all the air out of the bags. Okay, that is everything shrunken down. It's nicely, and we have a little bit of room. I do have like 1 pack of random diapers that I might just stick in there, and then we can put it away.
We lost. Go figure. Coin toss. You say you're tired, so am I. But without you, I'm lost. So lost.
These are our 2 bags full of donation items that we will be getting rid of. And that is the end of our 2-day declutter. Thank you so much for spending some time with me while I got my space back in order. If this gave you a little motivation to declutter too, feel free to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good week.